All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us this truth. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, peace, love, and blessing to the elect scattered around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great, America, which is ought to be destroyed in the up and coming calamities, World War III, nuclear destruction, so on and so forth, man. The times of Jacob's trouble, all right, we know the times that we're living in, speaking to the ones that are of the light, all right, the ones that's of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that has been truly illuminated through the Rakah Kwadash, the Holy Spirit, or the Spirit that is holy and that separate us from the rest of the world. All right. And basically, this is going to be a part 2 video of what I was going into, I believe, yesterday. About the, it's about that time, man. It's about that time for judgment. For Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to come upon the planet Earth. And contrary to you people's belief, no matter how much you want to have your vain arguments, all right, your disagreements, and basically you having hatred towards the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that's not going to stop the prophecies or what the Lord has in store for this place, which is reserved unto fire. All right, because the Lord, throughout prophecies and the previous reincarnations and so on and so forth, the Lord prophesied of this day to come for Babylon the Great to be destroyed and to redeem the elect of the nation of Israel, his people, out of the land of the north, which is in North America, all right, the land of the west, in the Western Hemisphere, so on and so forth. And we are entering in those times because we're seeing all the signs from heaven on down to earth and even, so-called nature. All right, people love to say Mother Nature, but basically it's, natural disasters that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has set up to happen on the forefront, man. All right, and we always have to remember that these devils are setting the stage via through order out of chaos and setting up these different groups to rouse the people up, to bring in more sedition and more racial tension. All right, but I want to get a precept in Romans 3. This is Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? All right, so, just because you people don't believe, all right, the masses of the people don't believe in the higher power, they don't believe in the prophecies. And then you also got to remember the scriptures going back into 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 4, that all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that also takes faith, man. The faith and the patience of the saints, because at the end of the day, meanwhile, 2/3 really are holding us back, man. In a nutshell, and just, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel is not with us, man. They are totally against us because they are likened unto the heathen, man. They are counted worthy as a heathen because they still follow after the customs of the heathen, follow after their ways, and worship their idols, man. Their false gods, false ideas, doctrines, so on and so forth. So it doesn't matter, what you people believe in, or, how you think about Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, what you think that he's like. But at the end of the day, your thoughts are not his thoughts, and his thoughts are not our thoughts, man. And the only way you're going to know and understand the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, if he revealed the secrets unto you, going back to Amos 3 and 7, praying that I am, a prophet of the Lord, a man of the Lord, ultimately the elect. All right, because only the elect will make it out of here, man. At the end of the day, we cannot stress that enough. That's why it just be so funny. These niggas talk all that shit. But meanwhile, when Jacob's trouble hit, all that shit talking gonna be out the window. You're gonna be begging and pleading and praying to, a higher power. And for majority of the people, they done came across the name. All right, and then walk past the camps, done been part of camps, went back into the world, whatever the case may be. But hey, the Lord still remembers, man. And you have to be found worthy in his eyes. Let me continue on Romans 3 and 4. I'll start at 3 again. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High power without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right. Let's get Isaiah 55. Because at the end of the day, it's about serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. It's strictly about serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, not, pleasing to our ways or anything like that. Because, majority of the people, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, they can't come into the fold, man. And that's a scary sight, because it's a lot of people that, always seek truth. Going back to Romans 10 and 2, for they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Because they always, seek truth, seek knowledge, especially the times that we're living in today, the age of information, the so-called, as they say, the woke era. All right, which really they're late bloomers, man, especially with the information that they're coming out with, because our elders and apostles then told us about the Illuminati. All right, the elites being on top and controlling of all the world. All right, controlling of Babylon the Great and other nations. Job 9 and 24. All right, and just everything that the Lord does, is for his people, man. And we ought to obey and serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah to the best of our ability. So let me get straight to the point. Isaiah 55 verse 6, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. And it doesn't say the Lord shall, seek you. We have to seek the Lord, man. All right, and then the Lord, if we be of the elect, the Lord will graft us in and unlock our spirit, that we have eyes to see and ears to hear spiritually. All right, and seeing the things called prophecy. And we understand these things called prophecy are going to happen. All right. And, prophecy goes into, something, a future current event, or to prophesy, to speak before something happens. All right. Speaking on future current events. And that's what happened in the world. All right. Wars, rumors of wars, nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms, Esau against Esau, Jacob against Esau, Jacob against Jacob. It's just a big battle for to prepare for the slaughter. Because you got to also remember 2/3 of the majority of the Israelites are going to be put to death. Even though we understand and know that the elect itself is a large number, along with the innumerable multitude, so on and so forth. But 2/3 as well of the nation of Israel, us being as likened unto the sand of the sea. That's a lot of slaughtering and a lot of great death that's about to come upon the Lord's people. Verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right, forgive us, man. And that's why we have to, come back unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, with all humbleness, sincerity, and truth, man, without no emotions involved or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, we are men, even though we do have emotions, but, we ain't no bitches out here, man. We ain't no women. We don't bleed every month. So with that, you got to, shit, it's sad. Hey, you can't show your emotions, man. You got to be men and do what we have to do to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah no matter what. Verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So it don't matter what you people believe in, man. If you don't believe in the prophecies that's going to come to pass, that's on you. The Lord's still going to, fuck this place up no matter what. And hell, you might get put to death for thinking otherwise, man. Thinking that the Lord is not real. Thinking he's not going to come back. Going into 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. 1 on down to, I believe, verse 10. Going into, the people saying, where is the promise of thy coming? All right, since, everything continued. Everybody's died. Generations done passed on. They're not looking forward until the great day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They still love this place called Babylon the Great. They still love oppression at the end of the day. They don't want the kingdom of heaven to be established because they don't understand. And then speaking to the individuals, it's so funny, like, to the individuals that always want to talk against the Hebrew Israelites. And the main thing they talk about is hate that we so-called have and getting revenge on Esau Edom. That's another topic for another video, but this shit just crazy because at the end all be all, once Esau Edom via through the elites show their true fucking horns, then you're gonna know a prophet been among you. Then you're gonna be saying, damn, those bummer on the corner was telling the truth. But hey, we'll take the ridicule and the shit talking, because we want to be worthy and be proven through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We don't give a fuck about what you people think or how y'all feel about us. All right, so just like how I tell my old video, at the end of the day we still Jake, man. All right, people be thinking, oh, y'all a bunch of party poopers. Oh, they go them Israelites and they be overdoing it. Nah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You got some weirdos out there that be trying to be over righteous, but at the same time, man, hey, we Jake. All right, hey, we still the salt of the earth, got flavor. But the only difference is we hold ourselves to a very, very high standard to the best of our ability. Because yes, we're still in the flesh. Yes, we still gonna mess up, but we definitely hold ourselves to a very, very high standard. All right, and that's what people don't like, because we have morals. We have morals about ourselves. We have self-respect and self-love, real true self-love and respect, especially dealing with these goddamn women. All right, and us brothers being in the circumcision, we have to be mindful. All right, these evil days are here, and these women, hey, they desperate. They're losing, and hey, they're gonna try to do as much wickedness as possibly. But going back into the video, like I was saying, man, these are the times that we're living in. All right, and I'm trying to find one more precept before I go into Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter in the GNT. And let me go here right quick. Obadiah 1 says, Edom will be humbled, because like I said before, the previous videos that I was watching, mainly Elder Manat the Zapba from GMS, South Carolina 08. So we're gonna go into it right quick. South Carolina 08. Just going into the videos that he did. All right, he said the truth. Hebrew Israelites, but still lost. Did this 17 hours ago. And everybody had something. Did this bugged out bit with the little cotton ball things on the side. That shit had me rolling. Then this guy right here, Esau, is not the Caucasian. And to this individual, so who the fuck is he, man? That's why I'm saying these niggas, they love their oppressor. Jeremiah 2:33. Matter of fact, let me get that. Jeremiah 2:33, why trimmest thou way to seek love? Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways? And the point is the matter, why do you seek trimmest your ways to seek love, man? You trim your ways, being a Hebrew Israelite, you trim your ways of not following after the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. All right, you believe in, white boy Jesus, which is a worldly, indoctrinated, religion, Christianity or whatever. Not knowing it, not understanding the true history, probably not even knowing neither the way that they promote Christianity and Roman Catholicism, Catholic, or whatever the hell, all these man-made religions was by the force of the sword. See, you Israelites still fail to realize, all right, you went in slavery under these fucking devils. And to say that you don't want no payback, yeah, you fucking weak. And I'm speaking to the men. The men, man. That's some weak nature shit. Like I say, I expect that from a woman because they are the weaker vessel. And then me personally, like I say, women, they're a joke. Anytime they talk about something serious, I'll be looking at them so fucking crazy because it's like you got this information from a man. Somebody who probably used to fuck with or you none been around, gave, slid you some so-called jewels, some knowledge, as people like to say, and now you think you somebody. But yeah, man, you expect, that weak shit from a woman. But for the men, it's truly a disgrace, man. All right, Stockholm Syndrome. And you can look that word up. You love the master. You love oppression. You love how master treats you. Even though master treats you like shit. But in your mind, you can say, oh, it can always be worse. Oh, master ain't beat me that many times a day. I must be doing good for master. Shit like that, man. And that's our people. Trimming their way to seek love. In all the wrong places. Obadiah 1:1. Hold on, it was a point. Edom. It's a scripture I was thinking about. Okay, it was Malachi. Salah. This is Malachi 1:1. It said God's love for Jacob. And it's only about Jacob, man. That's why all these things are happening and about to come to pass, because the Lord is about to redeem Jacob and put him in his rightful place of rulership under righteousness. Verse 1, the burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2, I have loved you. And that still counts to this day, because in the 3rd chapter in verse 6 of Malachi, it say the Lord changes not. So we understand that the Lord always has and always will love Jacob. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein how hast thou loved us? Was not Esau's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. Verse 3, and lay his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And Esau, Edom is the so-called Caucasian race, and the Lord hates them. But meanwhile, you got our people that want to ask, certain questions. Oh, why, Lord? Why you don't like the so-called white people? Why the so-called white people are the Edomites, and why they can't make it in the kingdom of heaven? Blah, 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 whoopty whoop, man. All right, not worrying about their own salvation or their own nation. Malachi 1:1, the NLT. This is the message that the Lord Yahweh gave to Israel through the prophet Malachi. It's all about Israel. The Lord love for Israel. Verse 2, I have always loved you, saith the Lord. But ye retort, really? How have you loved us? And the Lord replies, this is how I show my love for you. I love your ancestor Jacob, but I rejected his brother Esau, going back to the times that they was born. And Jacob was, blessed. All right. And our people feel like that. All right, really? Just like in the last video I did, the nigga was talking shit, talking about I can't believe in a God that put me in punishment. Well, you don't believe in God then. And with that being said, you gonna fucking die. All right, you an atheist. You're anti-Hamashiach. All right, or anti-Christ. You don't believe in who the world call, Jesus Christ, man, which is his true name, of course, Yahweh Shai. All right, which is so-called dark-skinned black man from the tribe of Judah, the Negro tribe. And when he walked the earth, he had woolly hair, and of course he had a beard, because that's the law. All right, that's the law, man, having a beard upon your face. O ye men that I call, especially the ones that's able to grow a beard, man. So that's that. It was another precept. I know it's Proverbs 11 and 21. And then also one on Isaiah. But I'm going to go to Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand joint in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, the elect. Let's see what it says in the NLT. Evil people will surely be punished, but the children of the godly will go free. All right, and that's, I like that, but it's not, 100, all the way through with it, because at the end of the day, the evil people will be punished, starting off with Esau, Edom, and also the wickedness of our own people. For among his people are found wicked men. Jeremiah 5 and I believe 26 on down to 28. All right, the Lord has certain individuals that's, set up to be false prophets and false leaders. But going into the topic other than these fools right here, when all hell break loose, and that time is coming, because we are in the time of hatred and war, as it showed in the right here. You can watch it for yourself. It says Black community in Ohio forms safety program at the neo-Nazi rally, which is now the center of a growing MSNBC. That's the news or whatever outlet. So letting you know the times that we're living in, man. All right. And I'm gonna just read this in the GNT. Very good information. And I'm gonna just read it straight through, and I'm gonna close out. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. GNT, and it says a time for everything. Verse 1, everything that happens in this world happens at the time God chooses. He set the time for birth and the time for death, the time for planting and the time for pulling up, the time for killing and the time for healing, the time for tearing down and the time for building. He sets the time for sorrow and the time for joy, the time for mourning and the time of dancing, the time for making love and the time for not making love, the time for kissing and time for not kissing. He sets the time for finding and time. He sets the time for finding and the time for losing, the time for saving and the time for throwing away, the time for tearing and the time for mending, the time of silence and the time of talk. He sets the time for love and the time of hate. And we're in that time of hatred, man. All right, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Which is going to lead to the time for war and the time of peace. And there is no peace, man, as it says in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. All right, there is no peace. All right, coming to this land. Okay. So it's a time and a purpose for everything that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai chooses, and they will come to pass. So with that, I'm going to close out. Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstones, teach us this truth. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great. Till next time I say shalom, shalom.